Hello, Mohammed Noura.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very fine. How are you?
Good. How is it going?
I'm fine. Oh, long time. Oh, why have you left us like that?
Come again?
I said long time you join us.
Yeah, yeah. I've been traveling, so I've not been around.
Oh, okay. Okay, nice to meet you. We are waiting for others to join, so you would hold on. So what's up with you currently on AI? Have you had any conference to attend?
Come again?
I said, what's up with you with AI? Have you had any information? Have you had any conference to attend?
There are various conferences. Even this coming week, a friend of mine is trying to do. There are a lot. This AI thing has become something else now. Data mining. So they got different indigenous people that speaks that language, especially the way it's supposed to be spoken. And they were feeding that data into the AI. So after a period of time, they had a huge database of how the Maori language should be spoken. Because it's an advanced, it's a developed country, so they developed a language app that is able to teach that language using AI to people. So students in schools, even from elementary, are able to speak and learn that language, even if they hadn't heard about it before. Now, the question you ask is, for what relevance is that to our conversation? I felt it important for us to take a look at that video because no matter what we learn, no matter how the tools we learn to use during these our sessions, it will not be impactful if we are not using what we are learning or if we are not applying what we are learning in changing the environment. If we are not using it to improve our locality, if we are not using it to improve our culture, if we are not using it to improve our way of life. Remember, at the beginning, we said one of the missions why we set up this movement is because we want to be able to leverage artificial intelligence and be able to use it in African context and not just, I mean, it's fun that we are creating videos, we are developing these, we are creating images, we are writing stories, but we need to start thinking with all these AI tools, with all this AI data, with all these AI skills that is out there and we are learning every day, how are we going to use it to change our lives? How are we going to apply it to things that matters to us as Africans? It's not just about, oh, I can create videos now and charge people and make money. Fantastic. You are improving your livelihood, you are making money, right? But the farmer in the outskirts of Adamawa that does not even have access to internet or that does not even have access to reliable network, how is it hard going to help that person? You are at advantage, you are in the city, you have internet, you can go on your phone, you can browse. But the farmer that is planting the tomatoes that you are using to cook does not even have access to internet. More than 60% of the tomato that he plants gets spoiled before he even gets into the marketplace where he's going to sell it. They are making losses. Enough food is not being spread around the country. Have we imagined what if those same people they have access to data that can predict when they are supposed to plant, that can predict the effects of planting at a particular time or the effect of weather on the type of tomato they plant. They know when to plant, they know when not to plant, they know when to water their seed, they know when not to water. What I'm saying is we need to open our mind as young people, as entrepreneurs, to be able to leverage AI in solving real African problems, problems that affect us on a daily basis. The application is limitless in different fields that we might find ourselves. Is it in agriculture? Is it in art and culture? Is it in how we preserve our language? Is it in how we teach our children? Is it the way we communicate with each other? It's endless, right? So I just want us to take 5, 10 minutes, and I want everybody to contribute. Where you are now, what do you think AI can do to make what you currently do better? Either you're in the city or you're in the outskirts, you're in any place, right? So the floor is open. Who is gonna open the floor for us? If you don't answer, I'll start calling you. Adaobi,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
you said you want to go first.
Eh? He said,
You want to go first.
no, I'm just entering now.
You were not even part of us. Okay, next. Shrida. Shrida is always here anyway. So Shrida, are you with us? Shrida.
Hello.
Mr. Kenny, please, Mr. Strida said that he's on his way going home. So when he get home, he will settle down.
So Anias, you can open the floor. You are a moderator, so let's hear from you.
Ah, actually, with AI is doing incredible thing in West Africa, everywhere in the world. And I'm actually reading logistics currently, and I believe with AI, some years to come, certain things will be automated. Some stuff wouldn't be done manually or on paper. So I believe AI would actually do a lot of things. That's what I can say for now. Thank you very much.
So let me give you an example. So in logistics right now, so logistics is all about we are moving things from point A to point B, right?
Yes,
However,
please.
actually, it's a very fantastic thing and it's a very peculiar thing. So I will give you an example. If I was moving an item from, let's say, to Kumasi, right? There is a
Yes.
route. So before now, without Google Maps, in case you don't know, everybody uses Google Maps now. But Google Maps is actually AI enabled. That's how you're able to get traffic predictions, right? Before now, I would
Yes.
just drive my way towards Kumasi. I don't know if there is a road construction that has blocked my route. I don't know if there is an accident. I'll just in my head, I just okay, it's supposed to take you 2 hours. So I get to the middle of the road, something happens, and my trip is doubled in time. If what I was carrying is perishable and it's something that is time bound, excuse me, it will affect my delivery. But now because we have artificial intelligence, before I leave Accra, I can check my route and see the best route to take, and I will arrive at my destination in record time. That's just a very typical example of how AI is making our life easy, right? In logistics.
Yes. And I also read that they are generating certain code that would actually help us to locate our loads, where it has gotten to, where it is leading. Maybe if the driver is diverting to maybe use another road, and they will do it in such a way that it will save costs in terms of petrol, in terms of time wasted, maybe in traffic and whole lot of things.
Okay, so it's not that they are generating a code. That's a feature that is already in existence in different parts of the world. It might just be relatively new to some part of Africa. It's already even in existence in different parts of Africa, right? Because if I give you an item to deliver or a cargo to carry, you should be able to track the movement of your cargo if it's at point A, if it's at point B. Just like imagine when you order books and you can check on your phone, uh, this is where my driver is okay, it's 5 minutes from me, it's 10 minutes from me. The same way. So all that happens is your package is geotagged. So if this was the item that we are transporting, it's being geotagged from the point of leaving where it was picked up. That every time you know where that item is, right? So thank you, Annie. Johnson, do you want to contribute?
Yes, I want to contribute, sir.
Right.
Okay, like the question you ask, how an AI can improve our daily lives. For me, I think AI is a real deal now. Like what we said, we are not late. Recognizing that we are not late using AI is one big breakthrough for us. And with the video I watched just now, the link you sent, is making us understand that we can make our life better, even as Africa, even the non-educated, and understand what to do part time using AI for their daily lives, business, or whatever thing they're doing. So AI has come to stay, like we are already building. For me, AI is an eye opener, something that will open our eyes. One, two, is something that will make us understand the flexibility of how to live, to do things smoothly. Thank you.
All right. So Johnson, I mean, you've joined us for more than 2 sessions now, right?
Yes,
So my
yes, sir.
in what you're doing now, in the field where you operate now, what do you think AI can help you do better? Or based on what you have learned, AI is already helping you.
Okay, in my field, AI now is really helping me to get more service support in terms of instead of me stressing myself, looking for children to do some classes, getting videos. I'll just code my voice to one of the 2, 3 apps that I'm able to come up with recently, and to generate a small 1 minute video for me, and I'll post it alongside with few pictures I have. And before you know, people are calling, oh, you do this, you do that. I send it to some. I did it recently, and I sent it to some few friends who know my service and they share. And before you know, I was able to get 1 or 2 contact recommendation from them again. So for me, AI is another big service support for me. Instead of me looking for somebody to run ads or maybe create a video for me, even if I've learned video editing somewhere, but it's making it more flexible at my fingertips. Setting camera like that, no, no, no. AI now is making me to understand with just small content, it can be amplified with my car, with my workout, with my dance classes, and before you know, I'm getting some small, small recommendation. I believe if I push more, I'll get more bigger deals. Thank you.
Fantastic. So this is the kind of how do I put it now? This is the kind of feedback that we want to hear, right?
Um,
And
Mr.
I don't know
Ken,
why you
your voice is a little bit low.
Nora, you were saying something?
I was saying like your voice is a little bit low. Maybe you can make it.
Oh yeah, I'm not even. Is it better now?
Yes, yes, better.
Yeah, better.
Um, all right. So Johnson, you do something for us. You had a fantastic testimony for your experience already. So do that testimonial. I've dropped a link on our page and testimonial your experience so far and how these sessions has helped help improve what you're doing so other people can also benefit from it. So that was a fantastic feedback, Johnson. Thank you. Right. So today we'll try and cover 2 things, right? So I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
Good evening, Kenny.
Who is that?
Hello, this is Shredat.
Welcome back. So you
I'm
wanted
home
to
now.
please go
Sorry,
ahead.
I have to join on the roads, but I was not paying 100% attention because of distraction.
All right, but you're here now.
Yeah, I watched few videos that you sent, though the audio was not working for me.
Okay, we dropped the link on YouTube so you can.
But I heard what the last guy was saying.
You want to make a comment?
Yeah, and later I will have an issue that I want you to address. So
Later.
it's about AI. Maybe I also need contribution. It's just a little observation.
All right. So after our session, we can.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up a key statement so we don't ignore Frida. All right. So we are going to do something. How many are we in the group? We are 9 now. How many of us has followed the Bani AI on YouTube? If you have followed the Bani AI on YouTube, indicate.
I help you.
No, Johnson, I know you have. Who else has followed the Bani on YouTube? The Bani AI on YouTube.
On YouTube, I followed the last time.
Okay. So from
I'm
the
following
9 of
too.
So I'm
Like,
also
okay,
I'm also following you.
from the 9 of us here, only 6 of us are following. So those that are not following, I want us to go on YouTube, just type Ibani AI. There's the same way you know it. No, there's no hidden spelling. So follow Ibani if you have not followed us and turn on notifications so you can see posts that we share and share as well. Then after that, today we also stop. We're gonna go on you choose any of the content that you have on the platform. You're gonna like and you're gonna reshare. All right. So that's what we are going to be doing today. We've taken other platforms in other sessions. Today we are just going to be focused on YouTube. All right. So we're going to get into what we are going to be doing today. So our session last time was about content creation using AI, right? And we created several short clips of video content, right? So today we want to do something that you'll be able to do more than. So most of these tools, they create content in bursts of 6 seconds or 8 seconds, depending on which platform that
Mr.
you use.
Kenny, sorry, please, I just followed from YouTube. I'm not having Instagram and Facebook, but when I get them, I will follow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, all right. So as I was saying, so we create content in multiples of 6 or 8 seconds. However, you see some of the content that we share and even from other platforms you see on social media. You see content of 2 minutes, you see content of 3 minutes, you see content of 1 minute. So today we are going to quickly see how that is being done. And it's very simple. There are tools or there are modules that we call jump to or extend. So let me hide this so we can. Okay. So for today, we are going to use Google Flow. We used Grok the last time we had our session. So today we are going to use Google. So I'm just going to do a typical example. Then we'll see what we're doing. So for example, let's say I want to create an introductory video for any brand. Let's say, let's do guaranteed program, for example. All right? Yeah, they did join us.
I can make something and mouse.
Abiba, your baby is joining us.
A mouse thing I will make.
All right.
Habiba, is that baby or AI?
So Abiba, is it your baby or your AI voice or your AI twin? Oh, I think she is. I'm not sure she's doing it. All right. So let's say, for example, I'm just going to use something simple. So I know we've done prompt engineering, so just say if I can add this. I just want us to use an example so you see what I'm saying. So from as before, we had different options to use. You can use text to video, French to video, integers to video, and so on and so forth. Right? So let's use text to video. Let's say
Sorry, sir. I
create.
don't know. Hello, sir. I don't know if it's my laptop or your voice. I can barely hear you. I don't know. Other
Uh,
people should confirm if they can hear you well.
Yes, I think his voice is a little bit.
is it like faint or
You
far
mean his
away?
mic? His mic.
Okay. So 1 minute, let me try and adjust. Okay. How about now? Is it better? Frida, is the voice better?
I can hear you. I don't know about continuation now. But when you just ask me if I can hear you, I can hear you loud and clear.
So let me try now.
I hear you, Sha. But other days were better. Oh.
Please, again, I'm not 100 yet, so please pardon, still manage me for today. Okay? All right, so we're going to create, let's say we are creating,
Kenny, I want to make you laugh small.
right.
Your background and your face, are you sure you are not AI? Please, can you raise your hand up? Down, down, side.
I'm going to decide. It's me.
Okay.
My brother, you don't know AI can do that.
Not
You know,
not when he's not programmed to know what I want to ask. That's why I say he should raise his hand. AI would not know that I want to ask such question.
Are you sure?
AI will
Mr.
know,
Ken,
please, no, Mr. Children. AI will know.
So please let's find out if it's not AI that is teaching us because it's too fresh.
so it's me.
Exactly. Certain is fresh. Oh.
It's not AI. When we get to where we are using AI to teach you, I will let you know before I turn you guys over to AI. But for today, it's me. My background is AI, though, but it's still me. So don't worry, it's not AI yet. All right. So these are conversations that comes up from time to time. And at the end of the day, it's all about responsible use of artificial intelligence, right? I mean, I could clone somebody else's face and I'm using it for content without that person, being aware or consent. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's why we are talking. Nora was talking earlier about policies and things that will guide how we are going to use AI. So these are real questions. These are real questions, and they are reality. They are things that are happening every day. I could go on one of my AI tools now, and I'll create a video of Cristiano Ronaldo that is, having breakfast with somebody else. Meanwhile, that never happened. And it will look so real. It will cause propaganda, it will cause so many things. So these are everyday conversations that is still happening and that we need to put into consideration when we are discussing responsible use of artificial intelligence. So I mean, Frida, even though it was funny, but your point was actually for the valid question that you have. So thank you. So let's get back to so creating an introductory video for guarantee trust bank in in Sierra Leone for a new product called bumper saver. I'm not adding any stuff. I'm just going to do this, right? So if I do this, it's going to create a content for me, for us, that is 8 seconds, right? Now, our video will generate which we are used to. While we're waiting for that to come up, I like everybody to turn on their video, turn on your video, and take a screenshot of the session as we are having it, and let's share it. Uh, if you have Instagram, let's share it on Instagram. If you have it on, if you have Facebook, let's share it on Facebook and tag at HIBANE AI. Are we going to do that?
Yes, boss. Please let's make the class interactive. If you have any question or any suggestion, you can start asking. And please kindly follow us, share the link, and let people also join us. Thank you very much.
On our video, I'm going to take a screenshot from my hand as well. So you take your own version as well. So I have to, so Sridhar, you said I was using AI. Now behind you, I can see AI showing mathematics. So are you sure it's you? Raise your hand. Wave your hand. Remove your glasses. Let's see if it's you. Okay, it's you. Okay, fantastic. All right, Mr. Anura, my guy, you are looking fresh. You are looking fresh. We couldn't see a Lagos. I'm sorry, I was so much under the weather. All right, so is it just four of us that are turning on our video? Is it just four of us? Okay, we have five. We are more than five on the session. Let's do that so we can take our screenshots. I'm going to take mine. So let's tag at Danny AI on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm waiting for others to turn on theirs so we can continue. All right, so I'm just taking 1 minute to post mine. So I'm going to stop sharing. So if you have posted yours, let us know. Just say done and share us evidence on the platform. Let's you tag one and
Sorry, sir. What are we posting?
take a screenshot of what we are doing on the session with your your picture on and just share on your on Instagram and Facebook and tag at HIBANE.
Okay.
Hello, Mr. Kenny. I can't hear you too. Can you please repeat the question, the instruction again, or please type it in the chat group?
I said turn on their video, take a screenshot of what we are doing in this, on the session right now.
Okay.
So your picture and your and what is happening right now, they are seeing on my screen. It will be in your screenshot, so you can share on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, whatever social media you are using, and just tag at HIBANE. So you just tag at HIBANE AI, that's all. So it takes less than.
Okay.
Okay, the picture on the screen, yeah?
What we are showing right now, so we are creating a video right now.
Okay.
So just tag at HIBANE AI.
Okay.
Can others on their video?
Okay, Frida wants to take his own screenshots. So let's click on our video for Frida.
Abiba, I've never seen your face, so.
Can you see me?
No.
You're supposed to be a member of my group, but then last week I sent a message and you didn't respond. We are
Really?
supposed to
I
work
didn't see it,
together,
though.
yes. No, there was a message posted in the group.
Oh.
Yeah.
I only message Adobe.
Okay, and then you forgot about me. Anyways, we'll do this bilaterally later. Let's finish with this.
Okay.
Take your screenshot. Once you type at, just type AI. It will pop up in your search and just post that all. So people doing that. Okay. So we have so many things to do that. All right, I'm done. Mr. Nora, Frida, Shaban.
Sir?
Sir, please, I just finished posting. No.
All right, I'll sing Shaban.
Yes, sir.
Anias, have you done yours?
You said?
Yes.
Hello?
I said, have you done yours?
Yes, please.
I've not seen the notification. Did you tag at HIBANE AI? Anias,
Please, if you can repeat the instruction again, I'll be very grateful.
your screenshots, have you shared it on social media? Then did you tag at HIBANE?
Oh, sorry, I didn't take any screenshot.
That means you were not paying attention.
Can I do it on TikTok too?
Social media platform. Any of our social media platforms.
Mr. Kenny, am I posting it in on my page profile?
Just tag us, that's all.
Sorry?
Yes, you just tag us after posting.
Okay.
We are 9. We still have 4 people yet to post.
Please check and see if I did the right thing because I'm not sure if I got.
Platform did you use?
Sorry?
Use Instagram or TikTok or
Instagram.
yes, you did the right thing.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you everyone that participated in that. So let's get back right into it. Okay. Sridhar, are you done?
I said, can I post on Facebook too?
Mission is simple: to make artificial intelligence a gateway for Africa onto the world stage. We believe AI is not just about technology.
So let's play our video. All right. So this video now is 8 seconds, as you can see here. However, I want the video to be, let's say we want it to get to 30 seconds, for example, right? And I want continuity in the same. Okay. So if you scroll up here to the left, let me zoom my screen a little. All right. To the left here, you will see add to send. If you click add to send, so what that does is the tool will create a sequence of scenes that you can then refine and change while maintaining continuity. So, for example, what the person was wearing, if the person had not is not another model, is not another customer, is the same customer. Because remember, we've explained that creating content with many of these tools, by the time you give new prompts, it creates different set of images and resolutions and scenes for you. As a matter of fact, you input the same prompt 3 different times, it will still give you 3 different scenes, right? But you want to be able to create a story, maybe even a short movie or a short film or something. You understand? How do you do that? You want to be able to have continuity in your scene. So, for example, now what you then do is, where do you want that scene to be? You click, then you now click this addition sign. Then to ask you what you want to do. Sorry, let me hide this. It's messing with Then you click the addition sign, then you see jump to, then you see extend. I will explain what each of these buttons means. When you use jump to, it will go to another scene, right? But it will still have elements of continuity to what you have created before. But if you want that same scene to be extended more than 8 seconds, you use the option of extend, right? Then you now tell you what happened. So I can now say the same teller at the bank issuing checkbook to the same customer, right? Then I send. So what this does is it's not going to change the scene. It's just going to, as if the actors or the models that are inside your video, they're just going to continue from where they stop and they are going to continue the scene while creating different, different scenarios. Now the advantage of this is if you're creating an ad or if you're creating a campaign or you're creating a story about a subject and you want something that is not just something short and you want something lengthy, right? Depending on what you have access to, the account that you're using, the payment plan that you're on, you can extend and keep creating this thing for as much as 1 hour, and you keep refining and refining, for you to be able to get what you want, right? At the end of the day, that's how you're able to have AI content that can last minutes. Some of the content, not some of, all the content that you see that we share, that we use to share topics to create stuff, the same method that is being used, right? The only thing is you need to have your subscription sorted, and you need to understand what your prompts, what you want to do, what the sense is going to be, and how you want the progression to be. So that's what you do when you're able to be able to create, video content, and you're going to have more than one scene, right? So if you play now, it's not going to break into scenes. Let me just maximize. So now you see, it's one scene. If you look here, it's now 16 seconds because we have multiples of 8 seconds. So we're going to play. All right. I don't. Is that straightforward enough for us? Is there any question?
Sir,
Hi
can
guys.
you play it? Can you play it again, sir?
Frida, you had a question?
No, no, no question, sir.
So now the question you then ask is this. So Johnson was saying earlier, if you were, remember what we opened today's session with. It's not just about learning that, oh, I can create this video. You go online, you see all these children, a baby that is talking, a baby that is singing, a baby that is driving a car, a baby can even carry an airplane on their head. Those kind of, I mean, it's all well and nice, it's fine, it's fun. But again, the essence of learning these skills or using these tools is not just for us to have fun, right? At the end of the day, how are we going to apply it in actual real sense, right? So, for example, uh, the gentleman, what's his name again? Huh? Oh, I have it correct. The gentleman that has the art that does, is it music dance class? Is that Johnson? Yes, sir. Don't. So you want to do something and say, okay, I want to train let's say children, for example, you want to train them ballet or salsa or something. And even some parents are having difficulty buying into the idea to understand that, oh, okay, oh, why should my children learn how to do this? Normally, before now, what you would do is, okay, that means you have to go and get children that actually know how to dance ballet. You record them and share with the parents, oh, see these children, they are dancing ballet. Your children too could be dancing the same thing, right? You rent the video, you rent to direct the video, you rent lights, you do this, you do that. But now, the AI, you simply, from what you've learned, all you just do is go to the activity, tell you what you want to do. Oh, I want to create an introductory video for children to subscribe to ballet classes or to salsa classes. And ChatGPT will create your script for you. All you just need to do is copy your scene one, paste it here. It creates your video for you. Extend that video to scene two, to scene three, for as many scenes as you want to do, and you have your video. In a couple of minutes, and you're able to have content that you're able to sell, and you are able to improve your livelihood just because you have not sat down scrolling on TikTok. You have used your time productively to improve yourself. Right? So I don't know if there any questions on how to do this before we move on to the last one we're supposed to do for today. Any question?
Hello,
Or do
sir.
you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Are you going to put audio?
Sorry?
Are you going to put audio on this advert?
So I must have some technical issue with my PC today because the video actually has audio and I'm wondering why you're so what I'm going to do is let me download the video and put it on the group so you can
I
play it
didn't
on
hear,
your. Did you get me?
I did not hear the sound.
Not a problem. There must be some issue with my output for videos today. So I'm going to download the video. I'll share it on the group so everybody can listen to the audio of the recording. One minute. Video app. I'm dropping it on the group. All right, so it's on the group. So please, you can watch the video on the group. Can you see the video with the audio now?
Have you posted it?
All right. So any other question, any contribution on that before we move on? Are we together, guys?
Sir. Hello, please. If you have anything bothering, you can ask Mr. Kenny and kindly make the page interactive. If you are enjoying the section, kindly show us emoji by commenting. Not on WhatsApp, but here Zoom, the Zoom meeting. You can send emoji. You can just share your time, send a waving or stuff. Let's make the page interactive. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Zoom user.
Right, thank you, Ania. Okay, so today we still have about like something here, so we try and do something with it. So today we'll do a bit of introduction into using AI to create applications, right? So that's one of the other that AI is doing great stuff that we can leverage on and do amazing things with. And we're just going to dive right into it. So for that, we are going to use a platform that is called Lovable. Lovable is spelled lovable.dev. So lovable dev, right? Please confirm that my screen is. Can anybody see my screen?
Yes, sir. You can say.
Fantastic.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so just like when we are creating videos and images with AI, with some of the tools that we are taking a look at, right? So we have several AI platforms as well that is able to help us create uh, applications, dashboards, and tools that we can use properly functional solutions with both back end and front end within a very short time, as against when all we have to do when we are creating applications with writing code and thousands of lines of. We are still writing code, but now I don't have to be a full stack developer to develop an application. There are several AI tools that I can use by just communicating in plain language by prompting, which we have learned, and we are able to create these solutions, right? So I'm just going to, we're going to be using different platforms during the course of the academy, right? But for today, we are using Lovable because it's very intuitive, it's easy to understand, and I would love us to start off with that, right? But before we dive right into it, I'm just going to take us through my typical process of using the platform, right? So I'll explain different action buttons, different modules, different buttons and what they do. Then we'll get right into it. So if you open the platform, the first thing you see is just what you see here, right? That's the landing page. And it has a communication chat box, just like you have on ChatGPT, Google Flow, Grok, and the rest that we have used before now. And you can just ask it to do anything, whatever it is that you want to do. But before we get into that, there are some things I would like to. So if you go on social media, you see a lot of stuff and they say, oh, create a app in 1 minute, create this in 3 seconds, and this and that, right? But you don't get to see the details that goes into it, right? Because if you go about it the wrong way, you're just going to create a product that at the end of the day is not useful or is not functional, right? There are things that goes into it that you need to consider. So for every solution that you have, when either an app or a website, there are two options to it, or there are two sides to it. There is a front end and there is a back end. Now, your front end, when you say front end is what you're seeing. That's what the customer is seeing. Just like I'm interacting with the AI and Lovable, for example. Now, this is the front end. But this is just, how do I put it now? Is aesthetics, is functionality. If I type a message here now, it appears. But something is happening at the back, or something is happening somewhere that is making what I type to display here. If I type access, for example, something is happening for access to show here. That means there is a communication between my keyboard and this website. That's why whatever I type is able to show, right? The same way for all apps and solutions that you create. There is front end, there is back end. Without the back end, whatever you're creating is literally useless. It's not going to be functional. It's just going to be a static page. When you say static pages, anything you click is not going to work. If I click attach, for example, now here, it is working because there is a back end to it. There is something that has been configured at the back for you to be able to attach a document to this, right? So now, the first step, are we together? Are we following? The first step is this, the idea of what you want to create. Let's say, for example, does anybody want to recommend something for us to create? Anybody? Who is recommending something for us to create? I'm not going to call Johnson. I'm going to call Adaobi. Adaobi, are you with us? Okay, Adaobi is not here. Ali, are you with us? Ali.
Say. Hello, say.
Okay, Ali, how are you doing?
Say, please, I'm doing great.
Naji, kishaka wait.
Fantastic. All right. All right. So let's create something together. So do you have an idea of any platform you'd like us to create together?
So let's create a website to advertise maybe an apartment that we are renting. Or is it complex?
Website, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I could come here and just say create and have to list property. Right? If I do this, it's going to create something for me. But there is no, there's no direction to it. It's just going to go on the web. Remember at the beginning when we were doing introduction to AI, we tried to explain how AI works. And we said it's not magic. Remember? It feeds off of data. And how does it get data? The data that has been on the internet, that is on social media, that is on different platforms. It goes there, pulls information, data that is similar to what you've asked for. And remember, we discussed two aspects of artificial intelligence. He said he's able to think and he's also able to learn. So from that information that he gathered, he's then going to think that, okay, which one suits the question that I've asked. Now, what that does is it makes what you're creating take time. That's one. Then there is no structure to it. You're going to create something for you, then you know, so I don't want this, let's remove this, I don't want this, let's remove that. So instead of just doing that, what I do is, so I'll take my idea to any of the general purpose here. So for example, I'll use ChatGPT. So I'll go to ChatGPT. Right? And see, my screen is still visible, right? Can you see my ChatGPT interface?
Yes, please. Say.
Yes, it is.
So I'll go to my ChatGPT interface and I'll describe my idea there. Remember again, when we were discussing prompt engineering, we said for your prompt to be most effective, give your AI a persona, right? Talk to it as if it's a person. So give it a role, give it context, okay? Right? So I'm not just going to ask. I'm going to say, okay, I have an idea to develop a web app. These are usually how we start. I want you to act as my full developer. Now, for those that are new to the tech space, so when you're developing softwares, applications, apps, or websites, there are different professionals that come together, right, to create what you're looking at. So I'm going to break it down. The first one you have is what you call a UI UX professional, right? UI means user interface. I'll take it again. You have your UI or UX professional. Your UI professional is in charge of creating a user interface. A user interface is an example of what I'm saying now. Before ChatGPT was created and we started using it, somebody designed this interface that you are seeing. What we are looking at, this chat button, the position of this send button, the position of what can I help you with, the position of where the logo is, the position of this temporary chat button. Somebody designed it, right? This button that you have, it could have been under here. A lot of thoughts went into it to say, you know what, for it not to be clumsy, to be on this part of the interface. That's the work of a UI designer. If I load another page on the platform, why the home page is different from the about page is the work of a UI designer. It's a user interface. So every page tells a story. Every page tells an experience. That's what UI design is all about, right? Now you have what you call a UX designer. UX is user experience. So for example, if I come to this, I'm on ChatGPT now, and I click this temporary chat button, it could have been possible that when I click it, there will be no pop-up that says turn on temporary chat. Then how do I know that that's what the button is for? That's the work of a UX designer. It's user experience, because I want the person using that platform to to have an easy time using it. I want the platform to be intuitive. I want it to be easy to use. Do you understand? So it's the UX designer that comes up with the idea. So you know what? If I click a button, there should be a pop-up that explains what that button does. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's the UX designer that says that, okay, if I'm using ChatGPT, even if I can use it for free, there should be a button that is easily accessible that I can click for me to upgrade my account on ChatGPT. This upgrade button that is visible everywhere on ChatGPT, it could have been hidden inside settings. But that's a very bad user experience, because I have to first look at, okay, if I want to upgrade, where do I go to? Then I'll start searching. Okay, do I go to this place? Do I go to this place? Do I go to this place? But it's right here for me to see. I don't have to ask any question. So that's what user experience is. If you go to your mobile device, maybe on your banking app, and you click your banking app, the first thing you see is for you to sign in. Why are you not seeing the first thing to be settings? Or why are you not seeing the first thing to be something else? That's user experience. So somebody, a professional, is actually in charge of that. Why am I saying all these stories? Right? Now, if I'm chatting with AI, remember, I'm not having a UI designer. I'm not having a UX designer. It's AI that is doing everything. So let's say I have both. Another thing I need to have is I need to have somebody that will do my back end. I need to have somebody that will do my front end. They are two different professions. And there are also people that have both skills combined. But there are actually people that all they do is back end. And some all they do is front end. Right? Now, when I say full stack, a full stack developer is somebody that does everything that we have explained. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. So when we are communicating with AI, again, why we say that you need to understand and have context and give it to it so you get the best response. Now, as I've told it that okay, I want the class as my full stack developer, it will assume that role and it's going to provide responses for me as as that. Sorry, should I raise your hand? Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you call the person that does all of it?
Developer.
Huh?
Stack developer, a full stack.
Full stack.
FULLSTACK. Full stack.
STACK.
When
Okay.
something is
Okay.
called
Then the person that the user experience, you call it UE.
designer.
UE designer.
UX, X xylophone.
Okay. UX. Okay.
Then you have UI. UI is user
User
experience.
interface.
Rather. So there's
Okay.
UI, there's UI is user interface. UX is user experience. So there are
Okay.
two
Okay.
different, right?
Thank you.
So are we together, guys? So I've told my AI what I want it to do. I just felt I needed to clarify that so you understand that so it's not that we are just dropping terminologies that is not applicable, right? So I want it to be my full stack developer, right? So I'll say, then I'll tell my idea that you want us to do. My idea is to build a property listing. Then I'm gonna put it rent, sales. I'm just giving context. Please. That's what I want the platform to be able to. Web app. I am developing it using lovable docs. Okay. Now let's keep it simple and just keep it here. Now, remember when we're doing prompt engineering, you said something about providing context, right? And also providing what we call limitations. Remember at the beginning we were saying lovable is just one of over 100 of this platform that you can use. Right? There is Bold, there is Quen, there is Rocket, there is Emergent, there is Cursor, there is Notion. There are so many of these, any of these platforms, whatever you're comfortable with. But the logic is basically the same, right? And the interface processes basically work the same way. Different pricing for each of them, different assets, different things that you can do with each. Yeah. Each of them has, their advantage, which we will learn as we go forward, right? Now, I have provided limitation in my prompts here because I don't want it to give me something that I'm not going to be able to develop with Lovable. So I've told it I'm developing with Lovable. So all the responses is going to be suited for Lovable, right? Now, I can do two things. I can go further and tell AI to even refine this prompt further. Remember, at the closing of our prompt engineering session, what we closed with was no matter the amount of prompt engineering you learn, you cannot prompt as much as AI itself. AI itself is the master prompter. There is no prompt engineering that you will learn that you will prompt better than what AI itself will do. Right?
Recording in progress.
You can go ahead and say the AI has this prompt, right? I will follow my idea. So say create the prompt I will use. That's all. Then I'm gonna send. Now it will give me my prompt. To list all property page, what is supposed to be there, blah 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 blah. Now the advantage of this is if I see this, it gives me an idea. Oh, okay, this is what's possible. What I don't want, I can ask you to remove it, right? Now I didn't say where I'm going to be listing my property at. I didn't say whether it's Nigeria, it's the United States, if it's in Asia or wherever. We want it to be a global pattern. So let's leave it that way, right? Now, this is where the technicalities then come into place. Now, remember, artificial intelligence is working based on the pool of data it has, and there's so much information. And in the midst of sorting through that information, we discussed something during the earlier session of the academy called hallucination. Hallucinations, for those that were, if you are not aware, is when AI just manufactures stuff. Just like in the English explanation of the word, if somebody has a mental, challenge, and they just imagine things that are not real, they start seeing stuff that does not exist. They believe it 100% that those things are real. But for someone that is sane, they know that what this person is saying. When someone just goes and says, I'm the president of Nigeria, and with every being, every iota of their bone marrow, they believe that they are the president of Nigeria. Meanwhile, they are not. But something is just not right upstairs at that time. But if you put that person to a lie detector test and ask that, are you the president of Nigeria? The person will pass that test because he believes that he's the president of Nigeria. It's just hallucinating, right? The same thing with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence can provide you information that is wrong, as in totally wrong, right? Remember when we're talking about responsible use, even ChatGPT at the bottom here, I always like to point it out. You can see, let me zoom my screen. You can see at the bottom, ChatGPT can make mistakes, check important information, right? The same way, the same thing happens when we are using all these no code based excuse me, development platform. So if I should just pack all these prompts, if I should just copy everything and paste it in there, it will develop something, but it will just be garbage. A will not link to B, B will not link to C, it will not flow. So this is where the advantage coming that we are getting to. And it's very simple. What you then do is you have your prompt. You now break it into development stages, right? So if you are in tech, or if you do this, before now, before here, you do not write. So let's say you are creating a platform. Let's just say you just want people to add a sign-on page. So if you are developing, you create pages by pages. When you create pages, then you now create functionality by functionality, right? For example, let's go somewhere. So let's see, let's use this Google page as an example. We can all see the blank Google page here, right? Guys, are we together?
Yes, please.
Now, On this page, whoever developed this Google search page, I will explain what happens how you are writing code. The UI person creates it, just like they create that landing page, right? The UX person creates the experience, where to go to for this, for that. They pass it on to whoever does the coding. Now, what happens is you will not just write lines of code at once to say, okay, I should have Google logo here, I should have a search box here, I should have voice option here, I should have image scanner here, I should have previous tabs here, I should have my profile tab here, all at once. No, you create different codes. Create code first that will place this logo here. Create a code that will create this search box. Create a code that makes it clickable. Then create a code that goes into backend to fetch information. That's what developers used to do, or currently doing if you are not using it. So when people are trying to develop platform with artificial intelligence, and they just say, ah, because I will just write English, I will just type, you create something and it will not be useful. It will not be functional. So you still need to apply logic to it. And the logic is very simple. You do it the same way that a developer would do, right? You take it in stages, functionality after functionality. You create what you call the word, create the basic design, then now start taking it function after function, function after function, function after function. That's why you're able to create something that works with AI. Because the essence of these sessions is not that you are coming and you are just saying, yeah, AI will create it, do. And you too, you go outside and say, I will create it in 2 seconds. I create it in 2 minutes. You will not get another, Mr. Kenny, this is not what you said the way to do, right? There is logic to it. So what I'll then do is this. I will now tell ChatGPT, break this down into different development stages, function after function, page after page for easy implementation. Now, it's giving me stage one. Stage one. Are we together? I hope we are not lost.
Yes, please, we are together.
Yes. Right? Give you stage one, stage two, till you finish, right? So once this is done, I'll now say create prompts for me to use on each of the stages. Again, you know, ChatGPT itself is still artificial intelligence. And because we are not novices, we are going to prompt like we know what we are doing and we have been trained to prompt. So I'm not going to tell you to give me all the stages together. I'm still going to tell you to give me step at a time. I'm going to say, okay, for now, give me only stage one, two, three. Why am I bringing it down? It will give me more details. Then I can refine each of them, use it, remove it, and I will have my product, right? So I'm going to copy. And use this. Now, I want you to see something. Here, I'm going to zoom. And I want somebody to read the text from here for me. This page. Ali, since it's your project, read it out for everybody to hear.
Okay. Just simple placeholder page for now, each showing a header text.
So what does that mean? What it's saying is you are just creating a UI. Remember we said at the beginning that the developer will have done that for you, just static pages. Now, the question is, why is it important to have that before you start adding functionality? It's important because you will see, you have an idea, okay, this is what your page is going to look like. It is going to look like. Now, if you don't like it, you can tweak it, right? Just like as if somebody was writing code to develop it for you. If you pay the developer to create the app for you, the first thing they will send you, so they will do what you call a needs analysis session. Okay, what do you want your app to do? You should do this, you should do that, you should do that, blah, 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 blah. This, that, this, that, this, that. Who is using it? Who is doing that? Who is admin? Do you have admin? Do you want to sign on? You get that. They will go back. They will not come back with an app for you yet. They will come back with a UI. The UI is just images. They will tell you that the home page will look like this. The sign-on page will look like this. The settings page will look like they'll give you a list of so many images of different pages. You say, I don't like this, change it, change it, change it. The same way that we are going to do. That's what we do, right? So I'll copy this, then I'll now go to Lovable and paste it there and send. Now, if we're not having this session, I just go on social media, you see content that say, oh, create property listing ads in 5 minutes. Copy the prompt, paste it here, blah, 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 blah. And you try it, you now see that, oh, it's not looking the way I want it to look. It's not coming out the way you want it to come out because there is a thought behind what you're creating, right? And that is the essence of these sessions that we're having. All right. Excuse me. So it will tell you what it's going to do, you check it. If you don't like anything there, you remove it. Now, this part is important. So I'm going to zoom it so we can at least see what it's about. Now, the first part is a backend. AI model and how you want your app to be used. So I'll give you an example. So if somebody is listing a property, right, that means there is an image that will be uploaded. That image has to be stored somewhere, right? If we are said we are creating a portfolio page, I just want to say, let's say for example, I want to create a portfolio page for myself. My portfolio page will just be like my LinkedIn profile, right? It's a portfolio page. But let's say I want to have my portfolio page, I'll say, let's say kenny.com or the kenny.com, for example, where you go to and you just see my picture, you see what I do, that's all. I don't need any database, right? Because it's just going to be showing me maybe list of some work I've done and so on and so forth. I don't need a backend for that, right? But because we are listing the property, that means people will be looking at pictures. An agent or a company that wants to use their property on that platform to sell, or somebody that wants to buy, they have to upload that picture into it. So there's a backend to it. So the AI is going to ask you that, do you want that? If I want it, I will allow it. If I don't want it, I will remove it, right? So for the purpose of this, I'm going to allow it.
Are we following with what Mr. Kenny is saying? Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Yeah,
Please, you are following.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So now it's creating your pages. It will create all the pages that we remember. We listed all the pages that we want in our account, and it's going to create all that for us, right? All right, so while we wait for that to be generated, are there any questions? Is there any part that's been ambiguous, or was I too fast at some points? So I can go back to that while we are waiting for AI to do its magic for us. Any questions? Any comments? Thank you. Any questions?
Any questions?
All right. I'll take it that everybody's following. Have I explained things that appear too technical, that you didn't understand, that you wanted me to clarify, or it's been simple enough for you to grasp? Anyone? Any question? So I assume everybody's following. So it's right. So Lovable, what I'm using now is an enterprise account. So I have access to things that a free account will not have access to, right? That goes without saying. I mean, a lot of cost has gone into that, right? So if you go, so this is what I want everybody to do. For every email that you have, you can create a fake account and you can test some of these things that we're creating, right? So use your email, create an account, and just create something for it. It could be something simple. It could just be a calculator. It could just be instead of using the calculator on your phone, you want to create your own calculator that will have the value calculator, right? Right? Create something, right, and share it on the platform and share your feedback. After the session, now we can all make comments and see what it's like, right? So now, so let me go here. So whatever you've created, my face is blocking this. Let me find it. All right. Oh, second already. Okay. So if you're using Lovable, let me explain what each of these buttons means so you know how to navigate, right? Remember, today is an introduction class to using it. On Friday, we are going to dive down deep to see all the details and technicalities and everything that's involved, right? So this is the landing page for our property listing, right? The name and everything will modify to suit, what we want. So remember, we told you to give us a add property page that's giving us that. It's not going to be functional yet now, but you see what it looks like. So now, let's say, for example, you don't like the way it looks, right? You can then edit it and say, okay, I want it to look different, right? I want you to change this. I want you to change that. I want you to do this. I want you to do that, right? So at the top here, in the middle, you can see, I don't know if I need to, 1 minute. So at the top here, let me zoom in a little. Okay, this one. At the top here, the first button you see is the preview button, right? Your preview button will show you what the AI has created for you to review and edit, right? The next one you see here is analytics, right? It's going to be blank now because we don't have a live project yet. By the time we make it live and start using, see what that is. Now, the next button you have here is the code. And this is where the good part of this is. So now, everything that is happening on your front end, right? This is what is making it happen. This is the code that is making it do so. And what you can do, the advantage of this is this. So let's say you create a solution, for example, and you want to scale, and you need some additional features that you actually need require the services of somebody to actually write your line of code beyond what you have, and you don't want to use it. You can download the code that created your solution, your app. You just simply click this download button here, and you can download your code based on the page that you're on. You can download it to your device. Very easy. And you can then go to something that we call GitHub, which will get into as part of tech in the now.
Hello, sir.
Right.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Sridhar, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. The download button, where did you see it?
Okay, so I'm going to zoom it out and just go back again. So you have your preview button, right? You have your analytics button. The third button is your code button. So for every page, there are codes for each of the pages. There are codes for each of the functions. There are codes for your entire app. There is code for your navigation. There is code for your logo. So each of them have different lines of codes, right? So your SRC, right? That's where you have all your pages. I will explain that in future classes when we get into the details. So let's leave that. But here is the breakdown of all the codes for what has been created, for example, now. So if I click, let's say, any of the pages, let's say the login page now, and I want to download the code for the login page. On the right hand side here, let me zoom it out. Can you see the download button here?
Okay. I've seen it.
Okay, that's
Thank you.
right? So that's the function. Now, if I wanted, so for example, now I can't view what we have created right now. You can't view it rather on your own device. So if I want this to go live and be viewed by anybody, irrespective of where they are, you just come here and click publish. So once I publish it, I'm going to share the link on the group. So anybody that clicks that link, you're able to see what we have created for Ali right now. So let's wait for it to publish.
Hello, Mr. Kenny. Please, your voice is very low today. I can't hear you.
Is it only Hani or everybody?
In fact, it's everybody,
Yeah.
but I think I'm using earpiece now, so I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So the next class will be better. But I hope you can, as long as you follow, please just bear with me for today. All right, so we published it. I'm going to drop the link on the group. And if you click that link, any edit or update that is made to this project is going to show on that link, and you can view it anywhere you are in the world, right? Before artificial intelligence, this is what you call prototyping, right? You have something to show for your idea. I think okay, you see that this is what your idea looks like, right? Before now, what we have done in meaning it will have taken us months. At least it will have taken us a month for a UI person to create, design, and see what, for you to be able to see what your project is going to look like. So we are going to stop here today. On Friday, we are going to go right into this proper. Like I mentioned, this was an introductory session to using AI to create apps and
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenny. Today your voice is very down. I can feel the spirit is down. You are still sick. I'm so sorry. I wish you speed recovery. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Is there any question before we call it a
Is there
day?
any question?
Kenny,
Please go ahead.
I said in the beginning there is this AI. I'm beginning to feel uncomfortable with the way students are using ChatGPT. So I want a bit of enlightenment because I'm having a feeling that because of ChatGPT, these children they no longer do self-study. Everything you give them, they just use AI to solve it. So they are like their real self is not growing, but they are getting everything you give them. Do you think it's going to have a negative effect in the long run?
Okay, so that's a very valid and interesting question, right? And I will answer it in two ways. I will answer it, not answer, I mean, I will not attempt to answer. I will give my opinion as
Okay,
from the perspective of an instructor, and I will give my opinion from the
okay,
perspective of, because I am both. I use AI for both. I'm currently running on the final stage of my and then in MSc, I'm running into US, right? So I will use that as an example. So let me start as an instructor, right? As an instructor, you yourself is a wake up call for you, right? And it's part of what we are going to look at as part of the models during this academic training, right? Because academia, what's the purpose of the academic first place, right? In plain terms, is preparing students. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. If that's not what it is here in our part of the world, but that's what it's supposed to be. We are supposed to prepare students or learners to be able to function in the real world with knowledge that they have
yeah,
gained. If as a teacher, a lecturer, if I have passed any information to my students, and that information is not applicable anymore for any real world use cases, for realistic applications, for solving problems, then that information is no longer information anyway, right? Because if I've shared knowledge and it's not changing anything, of what use is that knowledge? Do you understand what I'm saying?
okay,
As an instructor, you as a lecturer, you need to have that mind shift on how you even share information and what information you share. There's no problem with students using ChatGPT, but if I'm teaching in the four walls of the university, you use ChatGPT. But because I'm also an AI enabled instructor, I also have AI tools that I will use to grade those same things that are giving me from that. And in academia, there is limit, is not artificial intelligence use is not how do I put it, is not illegal, or it's not that it's not accepted. There is a percentage of your work that can be, at least if it's academic, there's a percentage of your work that can be of artificial intelligence generated, right? So if you're writing a TC project, whatever you create, whatever you submit, it runs through an AI test. There's a percentage that cannot be more than, if not, it is returned. Now, for you as an instructor, you need to leverage yourself with AI tools that you'll be able to grade your students, right, for certain things that they have done based on instructions that you're given. If I say, okay, you are submitting this, you are submitting that, okay, whatever you turn into me, I'm not saying you should not use AI. Use AI for ideas, but it cannot be more than, let's say, 20%. It cannot be more than 15%. Because you can't stop them from using it. We are way gone past that, right? But if I say, okay, go ahead, it's just like saying, have you had the open board exams before? At the
Yes.
end of the day, it's difficult. From my own experience, I had a lecturer in my uni days. Bring your textbooks, you bring your notes to class. That's the most difficult exams that we would even have. The textbook is there
Yeah.
because there is applications of those things in this whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the same with them with artificial intelligence. For example, now, okay, look at what we have learned today. If somebody was not in this class and said, okay, I could create an app with artificial intelligence, I just go to log and say, oh, create a list of this thing. They don't even know where to go to. They won't know that there's. Do you understand? But we have used AI from beginning to end today for idea, but we still use our logic. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Don't see
I
that.
think
Thank you, Mr. Ken. That's what I'm looking for. Logic.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said, thank you for that word, logic. That's the word I've been looking for. Logic.
It's logic. Yes, it's logic. So maybe, for example, me now, I have a bit of tech background, but originally, I'm not a coder. One thing leads to the other, I started learning it, right? But the basic logic to say that the shortest distance from one point to another point, all things being equal, it will always be a straight line, is logic. It's not engineering, it's just logic. If I'm hungry, I will eat. It's not anybody teaching me that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? So what we are saying is don't test, and I'm glad that you are part of this movement because you are part of the people that will change that narrative, right? Don't even see it as an hindrance that a student is using AI to get answers. What you then need to do as a lecturer or somebody imparting knowledge to say that, okay, if I'm going to give you questions, you are going to use AI, but you have to also use your brain. You have to also use it
yeah,
because
exactly my point. Now, you see, there's one statement they used to make. They said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I'm very, very glad with what AI is helping us to do because in our formative age, there's nothing like AI. So we have been built to a certain level. So if you ask me, I think our generation is going to make the best use of AI. But these ones that are in their formative age, it's just like when you have a calculator, you now refuse to know that 2 plus 2 is 4. There must be calculator for you to know. That is what I'm sensing that AI is making them to do. They are relaxed so long all answers can be provided. So I'm looking at a narrative that can be like a standard that as AI is helping them to learn, they are also building themselves. That's why I needed this platform to look into this matter.
Mr. Okay. Can I ask you what
Yes.
you're saying? Okay, right.
Go ahead.
What we are getting now is an ideology pitched to us. AI is an
Say it
ideology.
again.
Ideology pitched to us. Can you hear me, sir?
Okay. Yes.
And now, the reason why I use that term is because, see, students cannot be stopped from using it. But
Yes.
the ideology, what you put in them by making them understand that their brain is the functionality of this thing, if they can express themselves more, they will do more better without even relying on it. They will listen. I believe you understand what I mean by that, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so the thing is making them understand the logic part of their brain. If they feel they are too relaxed, that will cause more problems. But if they continue to think of what to do using the app, like using AI, it means they are also above. They can see their brain. So what you have to do is still be at the top, be on the mentoring side of telling them, don't be a lazy brat. This guy was not on ground when you were still doing this and you're doing better. You can still do better. With this guy, still far more better than instead of you relying on it all the time. That's just the thing that I want to say.
Okay.
Johnson.
Thank you.
So
Go on.
for me, I'm still on. Because at the end of the day, it is these conversations that we have and we impact lives. For me, I'm fulfilled. Leave our this training. I mean, it's good that we're doing this thing, but these are real life, practical things that you're asking. So what I want you to try to do is this: don't see it as an hindrance, right? It's come to make things easier. It's a tool. It's a support. Rather, you yourself, you have your work called out for you as the instructor. Your job then become because this it's like before we had the calculator, you could do additions with is it biscuits and what did they used to call these things? Nobody is doing that anymore, right? Because there is a calculator. There is nothing. Do you understand? There's a calculator now. You can't say somebody is dull because they are not using they are using calculator. Do you understand? But the logic is leveraging and be able to teach whoever the learners are now that using AI to to create solutions. That's the field now. Because it's there already. We will use it. You can't take it out. But using it to now solve problems, that's where the learning is. And that's where teachers, lecturers, instructors, that is where we need to upskill. That is what we need to be teaching. Using these solutions, using these tools to create solutions, new solutions, right? The things that AI will do for us, right? We have not even imagined it. When I say imagine it has not even crossed our mind yet. As in the possibilities are endless. Imagine the way internet changed everything for us. You are in Lagos, somebody is in Ghana, somebody is in another state, and we are all talking together as if we are in front of each other now. Before, there was nothing that could have made that happen. We were sending pigeons during war to pass information. But now there is internet. I can stay in one place and talk to millions of people that have never seen it before. That sounds amazing. Now, times that to a power of a million. That's the possibility of what AI could do for us. So, as instructors, we need to start seeing it that, okay, this is a support that we can leverage to create solutions. Not that it's going to make students go. My children, I've exposed them to AI already. I've exposed them. So my son now, they watch cartoon and they will hear a word. They will take their tab. I'll show them how to use voice instruction on ChatGPT. They will just take it to the TV and put it there. ChatGPT, what does it mean? And they will put it there and it will explain to them. Before, they will have to carry a dictionary, go and open it and see how to do it. But now they are learning words that even me, I don't know. Because I don't see it as an hindrance. I don't see that it's not going to make them taller. It's going to make them smarter actually. If you go to Asia, if you see what they are teaching children in elementary, is we are not even teaching in master classes for people that are saying they are doing artificial intelligence. And they are creating stuff because they are exposed to it early. And we were exposed to it as adults now, so our minds are already formed. So it's not an hindrance. I don't want you to see it as an, if that's what you are going to get from this our session, Mr. Sheda, is not an hindrance. You yourself is a wake-up call for you that you need to improve as an instructor, as a teacher, to be the role model even for these students to say, even if I give you things to do, you only get ideas from AI, you still have to think. The second part
Yeah.
is
Okay, finish up.
the second part is the Sridhar, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes, I can hear you.
sir.
I can hear you.
Somebody is at the gate. So for the students, it's so let me give you an example. You are the instructor, right? And artificial intelligence is already even in your curriculum. So when lecturers gives us assignments or projects, as the case may be, you will say references or sources. Lecturer yourself, if even in your instructional manual, you are already referencing artificial intelligence, right? So the student themselves already knows that, oh, this Oga already is already in line, right? His motivation, that's what is going to get. Learning now is going to, a lot of learning is going to be AI based, right? And there's going to be what I'm seeing, what I'm expecting, right? And it's going to happen actually, it's happening already anyways, is learning is going to be getting more personalized because of artificial intelligence, especially for people with, I want you that have challenged children, right? AI is going to be a game changer for students. And a lecturer or a teacher that doesn't fall in line, they are going to see that they will gradually are going to become obsolete. Because AI tools are being developed, then children that usually have issues, challenges being able to communicate, there's AI enabled to speech detection, AI tools that is going to be able to help them learn faster, right? Now, who are the lecturers or who are the instructors that will be able to fit into that space? The same ones that is able to use the tool. Do you understand what I'm saying? And from the learner's perspective, I'm writing my project and it's in construction, right? So it's hands-on experience for me. I've been involved in it. I put things together. It's my English. I put it in here. It refines it for me. It doesn't change my idea. It has refined it for me. It's not going to be the days of we go sit down in the library because I'm working, I'm going to school. Remember, I also have a family, and the same thing applies to almost everybody that is doing uh, postgraduate studies, especially those that are going to school in old age now, right? But artificial intelligence is making it easier for me. The same time I will have used on the same thesis, it's going to cut it in hours. I'm still using my mind, my intelligence to create what I'm creating, but the grammar of it, the structure of it, artificial intelligence is getting it done for me. So for me, that's my own opinion. Like that's why I said I'm not going to answer your question. I will give my own opinion. So I don't know if anybody else wants to contribute to Shreda's question. Mr. Shida, have I in a little way sown a seed in your mind that okay, this is something to think about?
Yes, yes. From your rigorous explanation, I think I've gotten the point. It's not that I didn't perceive or appreciate AI very massive the impact. I was just a bit concerned. It's just an observation, and from your explanation, it's just to manage the children, because there are some that will also be too carried away and they will not know how to use it. It was actually from a particular experience from my start class. I take this scholastic achievement test class. They are
Okay.
still writing their own exam. So no matter the level of AI they consulted in their study, it's them versus the exam. They won't use AI to answer the exam. So I was just looking at how they can use AI to study to know, not to not to just know everything, but they don't know anything. You understand me? So for those people using AI will just give you what you want at a very fast speed. Just like you said, instead of going to library, spending days, there are some things you spend time looking for who to even explain to start with. But AI will do that. That is the beauty.
Exactly.
But I'm just looking at these people that know how to use AI to understand. I teach mathematics. So that is why, and we are very critical. So somebody might be using AI, just okay, try it and solve this question because his laptop is with him. He just give it to AI, AI will give him the answer, he code the answer for you. So no matter the benefit of AI, I already know that that child just told me the answer. He doesn't know how to solve that question. So it's the experience that kept reoccurring that caused the concern, not that I don't know that AI is very, very good. If you are doing self-study, like if I give assignment, AI will help you, assist you. In fact, I better call it an assistant tool, so that when you are done studying, if examination comes, except tomorrow, everybody will be using AI to write exam. Otherwise, this concern will keep on recurring. But I just got your explanation. It's just for us to mentor them on how to use AI to assist them in learning. Thank you
Exactly.
so much. I really appreciate
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, sir.
Thank you. Anyone want to comment before we call it a day?
I just want to say thank you, Mr. Kenny, and I want to say thank you everyone tonight. But Mr. Kenny, please, we are already in the developing stage of how to create, how to do this. I really see how speed you are today. Please, if you want to start next week, I want us to have a major prompt revision with this lovable um, stuff you started with today, because I think we're getting to the key prompt part of our courses now, and I really want to be very, very precise and observant, because I'm this type of person is that I believe in practical. As you are doing it, I'm taking screenshots, one, two, taking screenshots. The more you move your mouse to left, I take screenshots. So please, if you can still help us do more prompt revision next week before we move further, I will appreciate it, because I believe it will help us understand and navigate more of using that site and all the any other ones you are introducing to us. Thank you.
That's fine. But so what we are also going to do is the sessions we have on prompt engineering, right? We are creating a series on it on the YouTube page, right? So we'll just share the link. So anybody can always go back there and just replay and see what we've done. So we don't have to be going back and forth. But a brief revision shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you, John. All right. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you again on Friday. Have a good night and a good week ahead.
it. Good night, sir. Good night, everyone.
Good night, sir.